I have waited a long time for this moment, my YouTube friends. Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational hype station. Well, it's finally here. The first trailer for Rogue One. Technically it's trailer 2, but the first trailer was more of a teaser in my opinion. So we've been speculating for months when the Rogue One trailer would drop, and here we are just a few short months from the film's release, and we get our first real meaty trailer. So it turns out that Disney thought that more people would watch the Rogue One trailer if it aired during the Olympics. However, I think that's a conspiracy. I think that actually, they thought that more people would watch the Olympics if they aired the Rogue One trailer during it. Something to think about. Regardless, it is awesome, and as with every Star Wars trailer, we're going to be doing our reaction analysis trailer breakdown starting now. There's a lot of concern that the reshoots for Rogue One were meant to take the film in a lighter direction, but it looks like that is not the case. I was a long believer in the reshoots just being standard pickups, and it looks like that's correct because this film still has its dark edge. Rogue One is a film that stands away from the Star Wars trilogies. It's not about the Skywalker family, it's not about the Force per se. Instead, it's showing us an angle of the Star Wars universe we haven't seen represented in film before. This is basically going to be the Saving Private Ryan of Star Wars movies, and that is great. And we can see all these elements represented in the visuals of this trailer. It looks like something straight out of the expanded universe. Speaking of visuals, the director, Gareth Edwards, who directed Godzilla, knows his stuff. This is a director that really knows how to make things scary. I mean, look at the shot of the Death Star, the Imperial Star Destroyers, the Death Troopers, and Darth Vader. What, did you think I was going to forget to mention him? Of course I'm not going to forget to mention him. Everybody and their mother was right. Darth Vader is in this trailer, and he's in it for half a second. He takes half a breath, and that is it. I'm okay with that. Hopefully they don't show any more of him in trailer 3. Hopefully they just save him for the movie. Speaking of Darth Vader, my theory on what's going to happen in the film is everyone dies. Darth Vader kills them all. Darth Vader's not going to fight in this movie. He's going to dominate, annihilate, kill. He's going to kill, kill, kill. This is a Darth Vader in his prime. He is ruthless. He is extremely deadly, and that's what they need to show. He's not fighting Jedis here. He's fighting volunteers. And I agree with a lot of speculation on the internet, which is that the film is going to end where A New Hope begins, with a camera behind Darth Vader as he enters the blockade runner. I think that that would be so cool. It's like poetry. It rhymes. So now that we've got the general trailer analysis out of the way, let's break down all the shots. The trailer opens with a beautiful shot of a settlement on Jedha, a moon known for its natural resources used in constructing lightsabers, a weapon synonymous with the Jedi. As a result, the moon became a holy land for those who followed the Force, which is why it's no surprise that Chirrut Imwe, a warrior monk who was born on the moon, is a devout follower of the Force. And no, IP Man is not Force sensitive, he's just a believer.
I fear nothing. All is as the Force wills it.
Unlike his partner Baze Malbus, who has little belief in spirituality, including the Force. But those two aren't the only characters who call this moon their birthplace in Rogue One. The rebel pilot Bodhi Rook was also born on Jedha. After the fall of the Republic and the Jedi Order, the Galactic Empire took control of Jedha for its valuable lightsaber component resources, which makes me wonder if they somehow used those materials in the construction of the Death Star, unless maybe Darth Vader just kept losing his lightsaber and they kept having to build new ones. I don't know. Under Galactic rule, stormtroopers and Imperial assault hovertanks patrolled the streets and towns of the moon. This oppression sparked the formation of a resistance led and coordinated by rebel warrior Saw Gerrera, known for his brutal tactics. Saw Gerrera is the first expanded universe character to be featured in a Star Wars film, and possibly the character that I'm most looking forward to seeing next to director Orson Krennic, of course, who is really awesome. In a bad way, but in a good way, because he's bad guy, not a bad character. Moving on. Last thing I want to say about this shot is, holy crap, that Imperial Star Destroyer looks absolutely massive in every sense of the word. The sense of scale is fantastic, it's intimidating, it's terrifying. And also, this settlement looks a lot like the clip that we saw from the Visceral Entertainment open world Star Wars game. Although that could also have been Tatooine that we saw in that clip of the open world Star Wars game, but who knows. Mon Mothma! Mon Mothma! This spectacularly stunning shot of the Imperial Star Destroyer coming out of the shadows of the Death Star being assembled never gets old. I could watch it a million times, and I intend to as soon as I get my hands on the Blu-ray. Which had better be in 3D. Disney, do not pull another Force Awakens and release the 3D Blu-ray months after you release the Force Awakens Blu-ray. I mean, come on, what's up with that? We also get some really nice shots of the UT-60D, otherwise known as the U-Wing, which is a troop transport / dropship. We get some nice close-up shots, some sweeping vistas, and what looks to be either a test fire by the Death Star that it gets swept up in, or some type of an orbital bombardment. We only see this for a second in the trailer, but it really is reminiscent of that one dust storm scene in Mad Max Fury Road. Also, is that a shot of Yavin 4 that I spy? It looks like Yavin 4 to me. I see the temples, and also that classic original trilogy X-Wing on Yavin just, it warms my heart. I'm a simple man, and it warms my heart. We also get a look at Alan Tudyk's character, an Enforcer droid, originally purposed to serve the Galactic Empire, but Captain Cassian Andor was able to reprogram K2SO to serve the Alliance.
There is a 97.6% chance of failure.
He means well.
He's big, he's weird, he's intimidating, and he reminds me a lot of Tars from Interstellar. Inverted Death Star. Why does this make me so hyped? In space, there is no upside down. Don't say that. Don't say upside down Death Star. Don't! Death Star Eclipse? Huh? Huh? Cool. Director Orson Krennic cutting his way through a bunch of Imperial officers and Death Troopers to look at something badass that's about to happen on a portside window of the Death Star. Is there going to be a Death Star firing test on Jedha? Possibly, very possibly. Here we can see some really epic shots of rebel soldiers being dropped from U-Wings on beaches of Scarif, a planet that is a major exporter of supplies for the Death Star. It seems as if they're assaulting some sort of an Imperial supply base. Speaking of supplies, we can see Baze Malbus firing a smart rocket at an Imperial Walker. Now normally you can't deal any damage at an Imperial Walker unless there's a Y-Wing bombing raid first, but this is not an AT-AT, this is not an AT-AT, this is an AT-ACT, this is for cargo transport. It sacrifices some of its armor capabilities for cargo carrying capabilities. That's a nice smile. Epic TIE-Wing rise! Epic TIE-Wing crash! Hyperspace-capable U-Wings. The cast moments away from death. Maybe. Possibly. Spoilers? This is one hell of a trailer. There's no denying that. I can't even begin to talk about my hype for this movie. Well, I guess that's what I've been doing for the last couple minutes. Regardless, I am hyped. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. December can't get here soon enough. It's like last year all over again. And I guess we're going to be feeling the same feelings next year and the year after that. Thank you, Star Wars. Thank you, Disney. If you guys enjoyed this video or if you found it helpful or entertaining, don't forget to subscribe or leave a like for more Star Wars. We're big Star Wars fans on this channel. We do all kinds of Star Wars live streams, Star Wars videos on the movies, on the games, and we do a lot of other games too, and other videos and movies as well. But regardless, we'd love to have you join us, and until next time, may the Force be with you, always.